Hello and welcome to my review of the first 100 episodes of Gin Tama. This is an anime series based upon a Shonen Jump comic, no surprise there. It focuses on three main characters, Gin, Senpachi, and Kagura. It can be best described as a heart-fulfilling, comedic, action, sci-fi, historic, reference, fourth wall breaking, mega anime series. There's so much going on in this series, so much that goes way over my head, but I can still tell and appreciate that there's research done, there's a lot of work done to reference another anime, like a lot of work, and characters are fleshed out and really thought of and how they would interact with one another. Even the most ridiculous combinations work, and you can still get emotions and comedic bits out of all of them. And I'm only 100 episodes in. There's been a couple arcs that have been really funny and a couple arcs that have been really serious. And this is me coming from only the first 100 episodes. And my friend who introduced me to this was like, man, this is like the weak stuff. It gets so much better. Which already, if you're 100 episodes into something, and I think there's 350 plus at least episodes of this, and it's still technically being made, at least to my knowledge. Like I said, though, I'm still at the beginning, so by the time I probably catch up, maybe it'll be done, or maybe it'll still be making more, who knows. But if I'm that intrigued in the first 100, then by all means, I assume I'm going to be intrigued to the next 100 and the next 100 and so on, and even with all the movies that they have out. Maybe not the live action one, but we'll get there. And personally for me, I did not fully fall in love with this series until maybe the 5th or so episode. Because the humor and the way that everything is written and how it looks changes obviously as time goes on. But your connection to the characters develops really quickly. And I think that's the main key there. The ridiculousness of how they do their show, and then the actual like emotions that come into it come in quickly, and they hit you hard, and you get attached easy. It's a great first series to get into, I think, if you're going to start trying to do big anime shows. Obviously, someone might say Naruto, One Piece, but I think Gin Tama is a great beginning. It's very comedic, but there's still a lot of serious beats, but the action is still very much entertaining. And even so, there's one episode where nothing happens. The screen doesn't change. It's just a picture of the top of the roof that the characters are talking in, and that's the episode. It sounds ridiculous, and it sounds stupid, and it sounds like it shouldn't make any sense, and it should be terrible, but it's funny. It's really witty, and it's self-deprecating, but it's just so good. And I think one of the first episodes that I truly did fall in love with it, like I said, is very early on. This episode, it's been a while since I've seen it, since I've gone through 100 episodes, and I didn't binge it. It'd be a couple episodes every week. There was an episode where Senpachi, his American Idol-esque winner, pop star idol, this person that he essentially worshipped in a way, was insulted by someone, and he stuck his fingers up this person's nose and just yeeted him across the entire subway car that he was in. And I didn't see it coming, and that was the first real show of, hey, we're going to do some stupid stuff. It's going to be ridiculous, but it's going to be funny. And I don't know, I could sing praises of this all day, but really it boils down to, if a show can make me feel about a humanized, alien-looking bull man, or make me feel for a robot programmed to clean, or to feel emotions for a guy who eats mayonnaise like it's water, or like just plain mayonnaise, you know, and something ridiculous like that, and can make an emotion connection to it, like, you deserve praise, because you're doing a whole hell of a lot there. Even if I was just going off how much they reference in their own culture, is just insane. I thought Deadpool had references. I thought, you know, some comedy shows of our day like reference so much, or you go back and you make fun of a movie. It's like, ooh, that was like a cool reference back then, but it's like super out of touch now. A perfect example would be like the Emoji movie of like how many things it referenced, but those things were out of style by the time it released. They're referencing stuff that still is funny because it's referencing anime, and anime kind of like if a TV show referenced like a timeless TV show like The Simpsons or something here in America, it makes sense because The Simpsons are such a staple that anyone in any range could have gotten that reference. That's a lot of Gin Tama is about. Although there's some references that I do not get because I haven't watched all anime, but my friend who's watched like all the anime, all that he can get his hands on, and Kiss Anime and Verve and Crunchyroll and all that jazz, he's watched so much. And if he can get all those references and see the hard work they've done and can vouch for them, like by all means, they do their research over there. And I don't know how they've made like nearly 400 episodes of this show and are still fresh and relevant. Obviously, I haven't watched all of them, but if they're anything like the first 100, then wow, I cannot wait to finish it. It's just a huge time commitment, but if you got nothing else going for you, not like in terms of like, nothing sad or anything, just you got nothing else going on, you got 40 minutes, you can crack 1 or 2 episodes here and there, and the characters are so recognizable by how they act, how they walk and talk, and their visual stylization, that even if you've been away from the show for a couple weeks, maybe even months, like the situation was for me, I still came back, recognized all the names, remembered everything, and as soon as someone else popped on and they haven't been in a couple episodes for a while, because it's a very huge rotating cast of characters and situations that they can get into, that I'm like, oh, that's him. Like, he hasn't been in a couple episodes, but I remember him, and I remember all the stories that happened to him, and it just blows your mind that they could bring in this person I haven't seen forever and act like the guy's been walking in the door, every other episode. Like, it's not weird when someone disappears for a couple episodes and then comes back, like it is sometimes in TV shows and such. Like, they're just doing other stuff in the TV show universe, and it makes sense, and it's fine and dandy. And they come back like, oh, it's been a while, hasn't it? And it's like, yeah, it has been a while, but it doesn't feel weird. I don't know. I can keep on going on for days about this. I really do love it. It's a lot of fun. It's got great stylization, and as time progresses, it just gets better and better. And I cannot wait to watch the next 100, the 100 after that, and just to keep on going with the series. It's very much enjoyable. It's great either on your own or even with friends. I've really enjoyed watching it with my friend. It's been one of our pastimes the past year or so, because that's how long it's taken us to watch the 100 episodes, mainly on my fault with my schedule. But there it is, folks. A solid, I want to say 10 out of 10, but I feel like there's a couple episodes that it was heavy on references for a show I've not watched, and that's my own fault for not watching this certain anime that they've referenced because they did the research on it. But that is kind of something that you got to be looking out for if it is one of your first, that there are going to be some references that you don't get. They're still funny, but you just won't solidly get the reference, if that makes sense. You won't fully get it, you won't fully get the joke, but it's still funny. And so 9 out of 10, fantastic, it's great, highly recommend. I don't know what else to say about this Silver Soul, or the Silver Samurai, or whatever he was called. I don't know what else to say. It's a very successful show. It's a very successful manga, and I cannot wait to keep on watching it. Have you seen Gin Tama? Are you going to watch it? Maybe have you read it but not watched it, or vice versa? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you like the video, give it a like. If you really like the video, hit that subscribe button. Or if you really super duper enjoyed it, tell your friends about me. That's the best way to grow the channel. And that's it for Gin Tama. That's it for me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.